So there is this story that Raw Story is reporting on, and in their article they're saying that there's a man who was a conservative uh, gun pro gun columnist, a newspaper columnist. So he basically has like been pro gun and being able to have guns and trying to fight for the right to people having guns and basically preventing any checks whatsoever, anything. It doesn't matter what it was, just let people have guns, it doesn't matter. And it turns out that he has actually been killed in an accidental shooting. So what the story says is that he was in his house, I think, showing like a 16-year-old boy his gun, and then he accidentally fired it at him and killed him. So, Ross' story has some interesting things. They are saying that, quote, in a 2013 column, for instance, Harmon attacked proposed legislation in Maine that would have required gun owners to take a firearm safety course. In fact, he referred to this section of the legislation as the worst part of the bill. He said, quote, "So much for the right of the people to keep and bear arms," he wrote. "It's one thing to have the government create limited groups of people not entitled to own firearms for good reasons, felons, the insane, children, etc., and quite another to have the government think it can require that a free people get official permits to exercise their rights." So basically, what would have been able to prevent his death in this case, which would be a firearm safety course, he did not agree with, and he opposed. So it seems a little ironic. And now, of course, people don't really think that, at least I don't, that all guns should be taken away. But background checks are extremely important. And while I think it's very unpractical to take away all guns or to ban them the same way it is to ban drugs, I think that with guns, because they are directly violent, need to have the spread of guns be prevented and the usage as well. So, Rusty also says, quote, he also criticized President Obama for issuing gun control fatwas that tried to mandate background checks at gun shows, as well as ballot initiative that would have required gun sales to be processed through a federally licensed dealer. Okay, so if you don't know what a fatwa is, it's I think it's like a religiously declared war. It was something that Osama bin Laden did before 9/11 did happen. So basically, what it goes to show you is that sometimes the things, well, in this case, anyways, it is important to have certain provisions at the very least for gun control, background checks. I think that having a safety course is definitely not bad. I think that could work. And it's just things like that that are very important. So it goes to show you what can happen without those provisions.